Today we're going to be talking about my winter airsoft loadout and some of the kit that I use to stay warm on the airsofting field in those cold winter months, and some of the gear that I like to avoid. What's up guys, my name is Lane, and why don't we start off from the top and work our way down. So the helmet that I am using is a Dragon Red Fast Maritime. Now on here I have a First Spear helmet cover, and it does have the color match Velcro, which I really like because it's going to help me not stick out as much as having a nice big tan strip of Velcro on the top of my head. On the back of my helmet, I have a Milsim West battery pouch, which is essentially just a counterweight pouch. However, I have my power bank back here, which this is going to help me power my GoPro throughout an entire event. I like the size of the Milsim West pouch because I'm able to fit a huge battery pack in here. This battery pack will last you through the entirety of a Milsim West game, and it will also last you a really long time at American Milsim events. I think I only used like 12% of my power bank on the first day of American Milsim, and then I could use it to power my phone on the way home. So I do have a morale patch from Who Shot First, because you're not an airsofter if you don't have morale patches covering you like a NASCAR driver. Moving up the helmet, I have my UFS flags because I go to American Milsim events, and under the helmet cover is snaked my wire, which leads to my GoPro to help power it with the power bank. And the GoPro is resting on a Brain Exploder Custom GoPro NVG mount. Now, if you're running a GoPro on your Ops Core or even Team Wendy style helmet, I cannot recommend this mount enough. It's about $30. Not only are you supporting an American designer, but these are also made and 3D printed here in the US. These have an unparalleled angle versus any other mount that is out there on the market. So if you're serious about your airsofting gameplay, get one of these, the Brain Exploder 3D printed GoPro NVG mount. Now, normally I wear some sort of face wrap when I'm playing in the winter. However, because I have to sit here and talk to you guys, I don't want to wear it because I'm going to sound like a parent from Charlie Brown. Now, I do loosen up the straps on my helmet a little bit to compensate for that, but why don't we throw my helmet back on and we'll take a look at my so-called second line. So the second line that I am wearing is a Mayflower Gen 4 UW chest rig. I really like these because they hold everything I need and nothing that I don't. Now I have 4 magazines in the back, 2 radio pouches, 2 general purpose pouches, and 2 pistol mag pouches. However, as you'll see in a moment, I don't like to run a pistol during the winter, so these can hold a Leatherman, any other type of multi-tool, small folding knife, chem lights, writing utensils, things like that. I adore this chest rig. However, we'll be talking about this chest rig more in depth in a future video that will be coming pretty soon. Now, what I like to wear on my back is I like to wear a LBX Light Strike Assault Pack, as you can see here. I like the LBX because it's going to help hold everything I need for airsoft, like water, extra BBs, hand warmers. However, I can take it off and have it not weigh me down when I'm playing airsoft. I can leave this at the fob or at the respawn if I'm playing at a pickup game, and this will hold everything I need for the day, including replacement socks if my feet get cold or wet. Now, like I said, I don't use any sort of pistol when I'm playing airsoft in the winter, and that's because airsoft pistols really have a tendency to not work at all during the winter. So I typically like to keep them at home, and along with that, I don't really wear much of a first line. I wear my belt to hold my pants up. However, I don't really wear anything on my belt for winter because I really don't like keeping things on my belt at all when I'm playing airsoft. So I've just kind of ditched it entirely so that I could save some weight. Now you might be saying, but where does your empty magazines go? I like to re-index them in my chest rig. However, if that's not an option, I like to throw them in the left cargo pocket of my pants. For my uniform, I am wearing a US Army surplus anorak jacket. Now this isn't quite multicam, this is OCP, so it doesn't blend in perfectly with my Cryes or with my LBX bag. However, it's pretty close, and I mean, you can get these for like $30, $40, so there's not much to complain about considering how little you're spending on a fantastic jacket. This has spots for your hand to go in the jacket. This has spots for hand warmers. It's like a big hoodie, and I absolutely love it. Now, the pants I'm wearing are Crye AC combat pants with the built-in knee pads. Now, the reason that I like to wear Cryes and I like to wear multicam in the winter right now is that my region for the last year or two hasn't been getting too much snow. We've been getting like 3 to 4 inches at a time when typically we're getting 8 to 12 at a time. So there's not much snow on the ground by the time I go to play BB Wars, and I'm going to have to blend in with the green more than I'm going to have to blend in with the white. So that's why I'm not wearing any snow gear on me right now, because I'm going to be blending into the trees versus blending into the snow. And the reason I like to wear my Crye ACs is because it's cold enough that the ground has started to turn to rock. It's freezing over, so mud feels like rock. So I really like having the support of the built-in knee pads, so when I have to kneel or dive or anything like that, I know I'm not going to destroy my knees by doing that. So while we're on the topic of gear, why don't we discuss boots? Now for winter, I like to wear leather boots with wool socks. Now the reason I like to wear leather is that I found that leather is more waterproof and more insulating than synthetic materials. So the socks that I wear either smart wool socks, those are my go-to socks that I absolutely love for cold weather, and I also wear some of, if I have to, if I run out of smart wool socks, then I wear some of the Realtree branded wool socks. You can get at like Walmart for a couple of bucks a pair. And I cannot say this enough, make sure you're getting good boots and good socks, especially in the winter, because if your feet give up, the rest of you is going to give up. So I like leather again because it's better at insulating. You can put that wax on there and it'll stay better insulated for a little bit. I love applying that stuff because it really just makes the boots feel a whole lot more insulated. My feet don't really get cold, even when I step in puddles and things like that. The leather is nice and waterproofing versus synthetic. And I like wearing the smart wool socks because they tend to be a little bit thicker than like Darn Tough socks. Now, when it comes to the summer, I completely flop. I like Darn Tough socks and I like synthetics like Salomon boots. However, those are just my opinions on boots. Everyone wears something a little bit differently. Everyone's foot is a little bit different. So you're gonna have to go out and find a brand that works for you. However, I really like the feel of leather boots for winter. But let me know what you guys like to run down in the comments below. Now, if it's a little bit warmer outside than I would be expecting to wear the anorak jacket, I do wear my Orc PCU level 5 as a top, and I keep my Crye ACs as a bottom. But now why don't we talk about my gun that I like to use when airsofting. So the gun that I am using for airsofting is a Crye HK416. That's right, a Crye HK416. As you can see, this gun is based off of a Crye lower receiver, a Crye hop-up and barrel with a VFC 416 upper on here. It does take a little bit of fitment, and if any of you would like to know more about this, you can always leave a comment down below or message us on our Facebook page. I might even make an entire video talking about the process. And right now it's pretty bland. I just have my standard Crye stock, a primary arms T1, and then a tango down style foregrip. As you can see, I don't have a flash hider. I managed to get mine stuck on my Crye upper, so I will be picking up something from either PTS or something like an AAC or a SOCOM 556 suppressor knockoff. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for my winter airsofting loadout. If you have any questions, make sure to let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to answer your guys' questions or give you some feedback on gear. This has been Lane from the BB Warrior talking about my winter airsofting loadout, and I will see you all next time.